Hello, kings and queens of the internet. My name is No Socks. Welcome to another weekly commentary. Good to see you all back. Thank you for rejoining. If this is your first time, welcome. This week, I wanted to talk about the power of talking about yourself, actually. Seems like a little bit of a coincidental place to talk about it, but I had an experience today, actually. I'm a little behind on getting the editing and stuff done, but I had an experience today where I was talking to someone about something that I needed help with, mentioned a few little things, and it actually ended up benefiting me way more than I thought it would. So I recently moved a few months ago, roughly, across the country for like the 20th time in my life, it feels like. And I tried something new during this time, which is this is through I go through U-Haul most of the times, but there's this thing where it's like a shipping container, a small shipping container you could put your stuff in and it gets shipped out to the area that you're moving to. Basically saves on a lot of the travel costs and the actual traveling yourself, etc. But when I had my pod or container in the East Coast before I moved back out to the Midwest, I was being charged about $100 a month because it also doubles as a storage unit. So if you need one for a storage unit, and you just keep your stuff in it, they'll put it in a warehouse. And I was going to be charged about $100 a month out there to hold on to it. And so I decided I was going to downgrade from that storage container to an actual, like storage shed unit that was smaller and save some money that way because money's tight right now. Let's be honest, the economy sucks. And I went to the U-Haul place around here rather than going through the app or calling people because I like talking about this stuff in person. And when it comes to storage units and moving related things, in person tends to be better. If I can't figure it out on the app, I'll go in person. So I end up going in person, waiting in line for a bit, checking out their model 5x5 unit. And I'm thinking, yeah, this is pretty good. It's going to save me a little money. It's going to be a bit of a hassle taking my stuff out, putting it there, getting it all done in a time frame, making sure the locks are in the right place, all that. But I end up talking to the person up front, and a lot of times I'm very socially anxious. I have a lot of social anxiety. Part of doing these commentaries is actually to help kind of combat that and help myself become more self-accepting in moments that tend to have more pressure for me. So I decided I'd just talk a little bit, and I don't like talking about myself, and I don't think you should go and just always talk about yourself in front of other people. It gets real boring real fast. People really don't care in the real world, right? But oftentimes what I'll do to break the downtime, keep conversation going a little bit, make things flow a little bit easier, is I will mention uh, kind of how I got to the circumstance I'm at in very little detail. I try to do it in like a couple sentences. So I'm sitting in line. I said, "Yeah, I'm just trying to downsize, make save a little bit of money because it's going to be costing me more to keep it in the pod and have it stored in a warehouse and all of that." And the person I was working with was like, "Hold on, let me check something with your account." Because a lot of times, right, when you're in these moments, a lot of people are just there doing their job, right? Think about when you're at work, someone comes up and talks to you. Unless you have to talk to them, you don't want to most of the time, especially strangers, customers, all that. But a lot of people, it's our job to talk to people. So I'm trying to make it easier for them, give them a little bit of information to work with. They can kind of see my line of thought. And sometimes people, when they see that line of thought, they'll try to help you. Now, just as many times, if not more so than when people try to help you, they'll also try to, you know, upsell you, that sort of stuff. So you got to be able to stand your ground. But I decided I was going to just mention that what I had mentioned. They said, hold on, let me check something. Because ultimately, going from a pod to a shed, that's paperwork for them to do. That's more moving for me to do. That's more stuff I need to worry about, making sure these payments are lined up with these payments. It's all around more stress for everybody. So, why would I put us through that? I lead up with that little bit of here's my line of thought. And I'm kind of like trying to lead them on to this idea of like maybe you have something better. Maybe you know something better more than I know. Because I'm just a customer. And this wonderful woman who was helping me out, she goes, let me check something. She goes back, checks through the records. 30, 45 seconds. I'm waiting there. No idea what she's checking. Absolutely not. Doesn't give me any inkling. And I'm thinking, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. And she comes back and goes, I'll just look through the agreement. If you want to, we can still honor the regular posted agreement for the storage of the pod. You don't have to do anything. Just take the stuff out of the pod you've got now, lock it up again, and instead of being shipped back empty, they'll ship it back to the warehouse, which is, a few miles away, store it there. If I want access to it, 24 hours, right? A lot easier. She goes, oh, and it's just going to cost you $59.99, which getting a 5x5 unit was going to cost me $70. And a 5x10 would have cost me $110. So I was like, shit, I'm trying to keep it under 100. Let's go. She goes, yep, I've just updated that agreement. And I said, can I check everything through the app and all that? She said, absolutely. I said, perfect. That's everything I needed. But if I hadn't mentioned, oh, this is my little thing I'm doing, this is how I got to this decision, I don't know if that would have ever happened, right? So don't be afraid to talk about yourself, even just a little bit, right? Because sometimes you'll just land into moments that help you and help other people. And that's a great feeling. But obviously there's that fear that we all tend to have, especially people in like Gen Z, right? Where we go, what do they think I'm weird? It's like, shit, most of the people, when you think about when you're at work, right? Some dude walks in, you'll think they're weird if they look weird, if they act weird, if they saying weird shit. Other than that, they're just dudes. Just people. So who's that? I don't know. Some dude, some customer. I don't remember the name of customers by the end of the day. I mean, shit, I had a wonderful interaction. And let me tell you, the person who was helping me, beautiful woman. I can't fucking remember her name. I looked at it on the name tag. I can't remember it. Because I wasn't there for that. I was just there to get a deal, and I got a deal, like, shit. But yeah, sometimes just talk about yourself. And we're all going to have those moments where we talk too much. We're going to have those moments we talk too little. But that's life, right? Who's going to stop you? And shit, the way things are going, like, who cares? Like the reason we had a lot of these problems now is we weren't talking about it. Like, shit, just talk. What are they gonna take away? We ain't got nothing. What are they gonna do? We can't do shit. Like, shit. Have some fun, right? Talk about it. Talk about yourself a bit. I don't know. Anyway, if you've seen this video, you made it this far, first off, thank you. Thank you for the support on the last video, by the way. The last time I had checked it before today was sitting at like 8 views or something. I thought, maybe it just wasn't as good. And then I checked it. It's one of my more viewed videos. So thank you for the support on the recent videos, everybody. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, if this is your second video and you're not subscribed, consider it. It's free, right? I mean, as free as anything is nowadays, right? But weekly videos coming out. And last thing before I go, before I thank you one more time, if you're seeing this right here, right now, uploaded publicly onto YouTube, and it says a minute ago or an hour ago, I'm streaming on Twitch. But yeah, thanks so much, everybody. Have a wonderful day, wonderful night, whatever time it is, whatever day, week, month, hour, however you're doing. I hope it goes well. I hope it gets better. I'll see you next week. Thanks for stopping by. Much love.